Welcome to Season 1 of the PMO Community Podcast Series. I'm Aina Live, your guide on this engaging exploration into the world of PMO leadership, highlighted by our unique book writing challenge. This season promises a series of enriching interviews with our distinguished book co-authors. Today, I'm thrilled to converse with Zubair Siddiqui, an accomplished MBA graduate and certified project and portfolio manager. With over 2 decades of diverse expertise in project, program, and portfolio management, Zubair has made significant strides in change management, strategic planning, and PMO establishment. His broad academic and professional credentials, including a double Masters of Science, MBA, PMP, project portfolio management, IPMA level, and PMOCC, underscore his ability to merge visionary thinking with pragmatic solutions. Currently serving as a general manager at the Health Service Executive and as a lecturer at ICD Business School, Zubair impacts his deep knowledge by teaching project management to Ireland and FQ Level 8 classes, fostering the development of future project management leaders. In this episode, we will dive into the impact of the hybrid PMO model on organizational adaptability, the steps PMOs can take to pioneer the Green PMO initiative, the role of technology in shaping the future of PMOs, strategies for promoting diversity and inclusivity within project teams, the importance of incorporating future stakeholder impact in project planning, the evolving roles of C-level project management positions, and the critical steps organizations should take to holistically approach project management. Don't miss out our upcoming episodes. Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Podbean, Spotify, and other podcast social media to stay updated.
Thank you very much for joining our podcast today.
Good morning, Aina. How are you? And thanks for actually having me in your podcast, and really appreciate and looking forward.
I am very much looking forward for our conversation as well. So let's get it started right away then. Why did you decide to contribute your knowledge to our book?
I always actually prefer to share my knowledge and give back to the society or to our community. I'm also involved in a lot of volunteer work. I also co-founded an organization called IPPA with some other colleagues and friends. So, and from the day first, when I was introduced in the project management world, I decided to, share knowledge because I got knowledge from other experts. So taking that approach, I thought like it would be a good way to share my knowledge and experience with other people who are interested in project management. So hence I decided, and thanks for actually giving me the opportunity to contribute in your book. And I think it's going to be a game changer down the line. And I'm really looking forward to, reading other authors' contribution.
Thank you, Zubair. All of us are very much looking forward to read everyone else's chapters, but I have an advantage to read all of them first. And I also know that you wrote about the Green PMO initiative, which not many people are aware about, and even less was contributing to the book. So let's start with the Green PMO. And my question to you is going to be that the importance of sustainability is definitely increasing these years. So could you elaborate on the practical steps PMOs can take to pioneer this Green PMO approach and integrate sustainability into their project management practices?
So I think first of all, we need to understand what is Green PMO. So Green PMO approach involves integrating sustainability principles into project management practices to contribute to environmental, social, and economic responsibilities. So I think it's all about taking informed decisions and making sure that not only consider the cost, schedule, or quality-related, success factor. We need to consider beyond that. We need to consider that, okay, what would be the impact of our projects or programs or initiatives, down the line in terms of environmental factors or social factors, or what would be the impact on future generations. So I think we need to be mindful when we are actually making decisions in terms of, rolling out projects or programs. So that was the whole idea. And again, organizations actually could take some concrete steps in terms of establishing Green PMO. And the fundamental thing is to lay down the foundation. And again, you may be aware that project charter could actually play a fundamental role in terms of starting any project. In project management, we consider it's a sin to start a project without a charter. So similarly, if you want to establish Green PMO, it's important to actually take the first step and develop and establish a charter. And so it will be clearly define the objectives, scope, principles of Green PMO initiative in a formal charter, and it should be communicated across the organization so people know that, okay, yes, something has been approved and is being agreed, and that's the shared vision. So, but again, if we take ITTO approach, that input, tools and techniques, and then output. So if we are developing a charter, we need definitely input. So it's important to actually assess the organization culture, history, PM perspective, maturity level, and other aspects. So at least you will be taking an informed decision and aligning accordingly. Apart from that, definitely you could actually integrate sustainability into project objectives. So this is to ensure that project objectives explicitly include sustainability goals. Projects should not only focus on traditional success factors, like, as I said, cost, schedule, quality, but also consider environmental and social impacts. Another thing which Green PMO could do is like a life cycle assessment, because it's not just the project life cycle, it's the product life cycle. Because, for example, if you are developing something which will last 50 years or so, and then it will be disposed and it will have a harmful impact on the environment, then you need to consider that, okay, it's going to impact on the future generation who may not be present to provide input. So there are so many things, but again, I know we don't have enough time to go through in detail, but these are some of the steps PMO could actually take to move into the Green PMO field.
Thank you very much, Zubair. I've been looking forward for a sustainability piece, and you mentioned that, and I was like, yes, sustainability is very important for the Green PMO initiative and for establishing the PMO, and I really adore your phrase, is a sin to start the project without a project charter. So I really love your answer. But let's dig deeper a little bit in diversity and inclusivity. We definitely need strategies to employ to ensure that diversity and inclusivity are important in the future of project management, and how can we implement them?
Yeah, again, not just in the PMO, in any organization, I think diversity and inclusivity is crucial for the successful outcomes. And when it comes to the project management, it's important that we actually involve, we actually diversify in terms of gaining diverse experience, diverse knowledge into our day-to-day decision-making process, day-to-day operational elements, day-to-day project-related, tasks. So there are so many things PMO could actually help with. So for example, like diversity in recruitment. So PMO could actively promote diversity in job advertisement and outreach efforts. PMO could actually collaborate with HR to implement blind recruitment process to minimize unconscious bias. PMO could actually encourage the hiring of candidates from diverse background and experience and skills. This is just to make sure that we get a diverse experience skills when it comes to the decision making. Inclusive culture promotion, PMO could actually establish, communicate a commitment to diversity and inclusion within the organization, implement training programs on unconscious bias, cultural awareness, inclusive communication for all team members. This will definitely foster a culture of openness and respect where diverse perspectives are valued. Diverse leadership development, another area definitely PMO could actually help to identify and nurture talent from underrepresented groups for leadership roles. PMO could actually establish mentorship programs to support the professional development of individuals from diverse backgrounds and provide leadership training that emphasizes the value of diverse leadership style. Flexible work policies, PMO could actually contribute and encourage and give opportunity people to work flexible hours, because each individual would have their own ways to work and be productive. So I think we need to consider all those things. And then inclusive decision making is another area that we could actually encourage diverse voices in decision making process to ensure a variety of perspective in the decision making process. PMO could actually establish forums for open discussion where team members feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and concerns. And I think this is another area that PMO should actually provide safe environment, because often people hesitate to contribute. And once they know that they are in the safe environment, that no idea is a bad idea or a wrong idea. Everything is right. We can discuss. We could actually do brainstorming openly. So this could actually all encourage that diversity and inclusivity. Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely. And talking about decision-making and strategy, the main part of our book is dedicated to the C-level for a project management position. So what key responsibilities and goals do you think the C-level project management officers aim to fulfill in future?
If we are talking about C-suite level responsibility, or the person who would be sitting on the executive level, I think the main role he or she could play is to bridge the gap between the operational and project management world. Often you would have seen that both project managers and operational staff live in their own bubble. And it caused a lot of issue or problems because things are not aligned. People make decisions on a very high level. Then they become project, and then project managers work with their scheduled time without liaising or talking to the operational people on the ground, and then they reject. So I think that person could act as a bridge between the two worlds, and then especially using the project portfolio approach. So the main thing for this person is to make sure that the strategic alignment remain the priority, because this will help organization to achieve strategic objective through projects and programs. And so the main idea here is to make sure that whatever we are doing, we are utilizing our limited resource effectively. We are optimizing our resource, because no organization, no matter what budget they have, they are limited. And it's important to utilize those resources effectively for those projects which will help us to bring closer to our vision, aims, and objectives. So if this person is sitting on a very top, he or she could actually contribute in terms of selecting projects, prioritizing projects effectively. Then it comes to the risk management, portfolio management. The C-level project management officer could actually play and take an overarching approach not just the project management related risk, but the business related risk as well. As I said, like this person is going to bridge the gap between the two worlds. So then they are actually interlinked, because if there are business related risk or project related risk, it actually could impact on companies' productivity. Then stakeholder engagement. Again, if someone is sitting on a very high level, he or she would have the visibility and could actually foster a strong relationship with key stakeholders, ensuring stakeholder satisfaction and alignment with the project. Because often what happened that we hear that something has been approved without engaging the key stakeholders, and then they disown the project down the line because they said, like, we were not involved in the decision making, we weren't part of this process, so they don't take ownership. So this person could actually foster that environment and establish strong relationship. Again, there are so many things, this person could actually play, such as talent development, change management, technology adoption, strategic partnership, quality assurance, ethical leadership. So I think it's a critical role down the line if we want to make organizations successful in this dynamic and fast-changing environment.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you mentioned operational and project management alignment, because it was my next question. We definitely need to align operations and project management. Like in IT, we have a DevOps position, a person who aligns development and operations. So I'm really glad you mentioned that in the responsibilities of a C-level project manager. So my final question for today is going to be about technology. Because technology changes every single year, every single month. Just remember a year ago, the ChatGPT was launched to the public, and it already changed the world, not completely, but I definitely see lots of changes. So in your opinion, Zubair, what are some of the most impactful technological advancements you can see shaping the future of PMOs and maybe project management in general? And how should PMO prioritize these technologies for adoption?
The project management industry has been growing rapidly since the early 2000s, aided by technological advancement that have made managing projects easier and more efficient. The global market for project management software alone was established to reach $4.7 billion by 2023. This is a significant jump from 2020 totals, which was 3.5 billion. So that shows that, yes, there are a lot of advancement already happened. But since the introduction of artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, it's actually a game changer, definitely. And the PMO popularity is increasing, though what PMO will look like in future is uncertain, because there's a lot happening. There's a lot changing. And the change is quite fast-paced. So in that sense, we don't know, but definitely emerging technologies like smart machines, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things could eliminate many of the PMO's role and day-to-day functions. But the good thing is, like, the roles may be replaced with new roles, such as AI prompt engineers, ethic monitors, data curators, and things like that. So it's not the AI which is going to replace our job. It's the person who would have knowledge of AI or machine learning or other advanced technologies. So I think it's important for us to embrace the change, upskill ourselves to make sure that we are ready to take the challenge when it comes. And we would be utilizing those technologies in our day-to-day functions. I remember when I started back in probably 2000, I used to actually rely on transparencies and markers to do the presentations. I used to draw everything on transparencies, which is the transparent, paper kind of thing, to present something using projectors. But now we have so much advanced tools, techniques, especially project management information system, PMIS, have evolved. I remember we used to call project management software if something is only allowing us to schedule things. But that's not a project management information system. You actually need to have a very comprehensive solution which will give you opportunity to manage the whole portfolio, allow you to select projects, allow you to align projects, programs with your company strategy, allow you to manage risk, allow you to manage assumptions, allow you to manage risk, allow you to manage dependency. And then on the collaborative side, definitely there's a lot of advancement. We have seen that there are a number of softwares which are helping companies to promote remote working. Previously, we didn't have this, and so there were some limitations. But now, due to those advancements, we could actually see that how project management industry is evolving. And I can see that, yes, AI, machine learning, Internet of Things will going to add value, but it's important that we embrace that change and make sure we are ready to take advantage of those available technologies.
Yeah, I like that you mentioned, Zubair, that it's not the technology who will replace the workers. It's people who knows how to speak with this technology will get advanced position. I feel it's similar to accounting, when the accountants used calculators initially, and then they had other programs like QuickBooks and what else they use nowadays. So QuickBook doesn't replace accountant itself. It's the accountant who learned how to work with QuickBooks replace the accountant who doesn't know.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Zubair. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I'm looking forward for the book to meet the world, and hope I will see you in our future podcasts in the very near future.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk. And I know there's a lot to say and discuss, and because time is short, but I hope definitely, as you said, we will definitely have more opportunities to just discuss each topic in greater details. I'm really looking forward to, see that book and reading all the authors. Thanks, Aina, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you for tuning in to the PMO Community Podcast for this enlightening discussion with Zubair Siddiqui. A special thanks to our volunteers at the PMO Community Podcast for making this episode possible. Stay tuned for more captivating insights and interviews in our upcoming episodes. Don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated. If you find this episode valuable, please remember to like and share it. Feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn with any questions or requests. And for all the latest updates, make sure to follow us at our social media on YouTube, LinkedIn, Podbean, Spotify, and other podcast social media.